Good evening, afternoon. It's kind of right in the in-between. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. I hope that you're having a fantastic one out there. Thank you so much for joining me here as the wife and the kids are laying in bed, going to sleep. We put baby down. Now it's time for us to play. Here on the channel a little bit, we're going to be listening to Caught in the Game. Well, at least that's the album that this track we're listening to is from. I should say we're listening to the track Santa Ana Wins. This is coming off the album Caught in the Game, which was released in 1983 by the band Survivor, their fourth studio album. We are checking this out as it was suggested and sponsored by Herb. Herb, thank you so much for the recommendation. I appreciate the suggestion and the request. Thank you, thank you. I can't say that I've heard of Survivor. Like the name sounds familiar, but not, I don't think like it's sounding familiar like in the name of the band. I'm thinking just sounding familiar because I'm thinking of like I'm a survivor from Destiny's Child. But I'm clicking on their Spotify right now, and I'm realizing perhaps why they sound a little familiar to me, because they've made this song. Okay. All right. So I know one song from the band. Let's see if we can at least open our repertoire to two songs. Santa Ana Wins. Here we go. That's a very 80s album cover. I like it.
When the wind decides that it's time to ride, just spread a little hair through the heartland. It takes a good long toke, then it blows the smoke through the desert night, and the wings of fire keep a climbing higher. Cutting high through the homeland. Takes a mighty strong will to strip the chill from the desert night.
You know it was coming.
You're waking from your dream.
Walk it in.
By a siren scream, trapped by the walls that surround you. Then it's will to will, and you wonder still, can you struggle free in 1,000 ways when you turn the phrase? The wind's like the love of a woman. Takes a mighty mean bitch, some fire witch, to set the night on fire.
I like that ascending riff.
Nothing you can do gonna change your mind. Ain't like love, the way desire takes you in. Starts the fire like Santa Ana Wins.
Hey.
Now the air is
Really nicely put
warm,
together.
and the hot blows numb. The ashes been low in the hotland. Till again the wind starts closing in to set the night on fire. And look, Santa Ana Wins
Come on, man.
tonight.
That's that 80s rock, man.
Nothing you can do is gonna change your mind. Woman, I want your love. I need that passion deep within.
great
Like a
vocals.
raging fire needs the center and a wind.
Was this a hit from the band? Because this has hit written all over it, man. Gotta throw in a solo. I love that riff.
Santa wind's gonna take your life tonight. Nothing you can do is gonna change your mind. And ain't it a lot like love, the way desire takes you in, swept away with the Santa and the wind.
I thought there's a little hold, a little hesitation right there. Fun bouncy riff. Add it to my like songs playlist. Ba 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 ba. Okay, I love that. That's on my playlist. Let me talk to you for a quick second. And I'm kind of curious. Okay, I'm wondering about this one. Okay, this is that 80s hard rock pop style of music, and I know that there's a stereotype of it. I know that there's a little bit of perhaps a stigma against it. Let me explain to you, first of all, where I come from. Because I know a lot of this type of music is looked down upon and is looked at as cheesy or something of that nature. Perhaps there's a little bit of that. But also for myself, I can only speak for myself. Me growing up, I think, because I made a post recently that the channel's been around for 7 years now. And sometimes I think that for myself, like, that kind of gets forgotten. I didn't grow up with this type of music at all. I didn't grow up listening to 80s rock and roll or 70s rock and roll or anything in that sphere. I grew up listening to jazz, R&B, soul music. Then when I got into high school, I was listening to a lot of like new metal and 2000s kind of metal. And I was kind of branching out into electronica and stuff, so like trip hop and things. And then in college, that's when I branched out into progressive rock, but more progressive metal, like Dream Theater and Symphony X, and then symphonic metal. Like, that's where my branches kind of went. So 70s, 80s music, maybe not in general, but especially of the rock brand, besides certain hits, passed me by. So I don't have any, I guess, for lack of a better word, or I didn't grow up with any knowledge of that kind of music. Like the Beatles. I wasn't listening to the Beatles at all growing up. Besides hearing, just by secondary listening from, the radio and stuff like that, or not even radio, I shouldn't say. But, like certain things, certain sounds or songs you just know somehow you heard them or whatever. Like I never listened to the Beatles at all growing up purposely. I can't say that I listened to a Beatles song until high school because I remember the very first song I heard. I remember where I heard it because our substitute teacher in my English class had put on a documentary about the Beatles, or I think it was about the Beatles. Maybe it was about music at the time. I don't remember. And Lucy and the Sky with Diamonds played. So like literally at, how old was I in high school? 16 years old? At 16 years old, that was the first time I actually heard a Beatles song and I really liked it. I was like, ooh, this is a good song. I remember, I think I went to LimeWire to download it. Okay, anyways, I'm getting off the path, but the point is this type of music passed me by. Now, obviously, we've introduced ourselves here on the channel to a lot of that kind of music now, so I'm catching up in a big way. But still, this specific, I suppose, era and type is still largely alien to me. So maybe some may look at this as, I don't know, the standard cheesy, look down upon, whatever it might be. I love it. It sounds fun to me. It sounds great to me. This is great. I kind of put this in a similar vein as we had heard a while back with Pablo Cruz with Runnin', where it's in a certain genre, but there's something to it that gives it more. I really like the approach on this track. It has all the hallmarks of this kind of genre and this music that you would expect: big guitars, solos, building up with the piano, but it's a formula that works, man. Pour the formula down my throat because I'm going to swallow it. I love the build up of the piano. The singing is fantastic. Let's see. Lead vocals, that's Dave Bickler. You won't hear any bickling from me. Fantastic vocals. I love the sweet falsetto that he kind of nears in the chorus there when he's pushing it up at the ba da da. Then he pushes. I'm not going to do it, but he pushes a little bit more. The harmonies from the rest of the band kind of push that over the edge. It's just fun to listen to. The big guitar riff, I am in love with that ascending riff. Ba 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 ba. That is epic to me. I love the tone of it. I like how it crashes through the door. You weren't expecting it. Just an unwelcome guest, but by the time they leave, they're a friend. That's just great. That's just fun to me. The solos are there, great time. But it's the structure of this thing that just feels great. In the beginning, okay, I get it. We're hitting the stride. I expect this, listening to the track. Okay, the piano, nice passionate vocals. We're in the 80s, brother. I got it. This is expected. Sounds good, but it's expected. But you know that, we're building up to something. And he's singing, man. He's singing great right there. Okay, we're building up to it. I know, we don't have to hear the song to know that it's building up to that big moment. That's just what this type of music does. We know, but that doesn't mean it feels any worse just because you know it's coming. It feels pretty good. Hold on, you gotta wait till we hit the. That's that chord that tells you it's coming. Okay. Okay. So I want to break this down just a wee bit. You get that crash, right? He mentions fire. Ba 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 ba. And that's an exciting moment. That is breaking the glass kind of moment. But where does the track go from there? Expand it, open it up a little bit, and now we get some harmonies there, and we sing out more than we were singing before. Riff is still carrying on the back. Pause and a hit. Back into the start. Come on, man. Don't let that riff go away too long. Bring it back. Because it has a and there's a. got me trying to sing with it. Bring it back down. Wait. They didn't let you go yet. That to me is such a fine-tuned, well-refined chorus that I think that Feels classic. I'm actually curious. I didn't pull it up here. I'm curious how many streams, because it's 2026 and that's how we have to measure things. How many streams this particular track has? Oh, that's not good, man. I'm gonna pull it up here for you. That's not good, man. That's not good. Look at this. Santana wins. Oh, you guys can't see it. How can I show you the streams? I see it. I have another. I'm using the app, so I can see it on my end. You guys can't see it? Duration only? Okay, so it has 357,000 streams. That's it for this track? Oh no. Frankie Sullivan on the guitars, great. Jim Peterick on the keyboards, great. Got me scooting and hitting this desk. I got another. Let's look at the lyrics first before we go up too far off the page. When the wind decides that it's time to rise to spread a little hell through the heartland, it takes a good long toke, then it blows the smoke through the desert night, and the wings of fire keep climbing higher. See the flames cutting hard through the homeland. It takes a mighty strong will to strip the chill from a desert night. You're wakened from your dream by a siren scream, trapped by the walls that surround you. Then it's will to will, and you wonder still, can you struggle free? In 1,000 ways when you turn the phrase, the wind's like a love of a woman. It takes a mighty mean,
Watch your profanity.
some fire witch to set the night on fire. And the Santa Ana wind's gonna have its way tonight. Nothing you can do is gonna change her mind. And ain't it a lot like love, the way desire takes you in and stokes the fire like the Santa Ana wind. The air is calm, the heart grows numb, the ashes burn low in the heartland, till again the wind starts closing in and set the night on fire. What could this be representing? It's just those winds of passion. You never quite know where they're going to throw you, to and fro. Nothing you can do is going to change your mind. And woman, I want your love. I need that passion deep within, like the raging fire. It needs the Santa Ana wind. Perhaps that wind to cool it down. Blow those fires out. The desire is burning like a fire. Let's burn that fire out, baby. How?
Oh my.
There's one way we can burn that fire.
Oh my.
Nothing about this track here, huh? First single caught in the game. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Santa Ana winds. I'm curious about something really quickly here. If you don't mind giving me a brief moment. Survivor. Really? 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 No live footage. No live footage of this, huh? I was trying to find a live performance of it because I wanted to see when that riff came in. Ba, 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 ba. That's good. Let me know what you guys thought. Of course, down below in the comments section. I appreciate you all being here. Hopefully, my rants in the beginning of the reaction made sense. This is a fantastic track. I love this. This is fun to listen to. It's also the final track on the album. So this is how they go out. And they go out with a bang on here. Herb, thank you so much for the request as well. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, or night. And I will see you next time. That's a great track.